Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Tucker Carlson's interview with Vladimir Putin. Mental, absolutely mental. Let's get straight into it and we'll have a little talk afterwards.
Do you think NATO is worried about this becoming a global war or a nuclear conflict?
At least that's what they're talking about. And they're trying to intimidate their own population with an imaginary Russian threat. This is an obvious fact. And thinking people, not Philistines, but thinking people, analysts, those who are engaged in real politics, just smart people, understand perfectly well that this is a fake. They're trying to fuel the Russian threat.
The threat I think you're referring to is a Russian invasion of Poland, Latvia, expansionist behavior. Can you imagine a scenario where you sent Russian troops to Poland?
Only in one case, if Poland attacks Russia. Why? Because we have no interest in Poland, Latvia, or anywhere else. Why would we do that? We simply don't have any interest.
The UK and America seem to just invade everywhere.
One of our senior United States senators from the state of New York, Chuck Schumer, said yesterday, I believe, that we have to continue to fund the Ukrainian effort or U.S. soldiers, citizens could wind up fighting there. How do you assess that?
Well, if somebody has the desire to send regular troops, that would certainly bring humanity to the brink of very serious
I genuinely feel sorry for the innocent people of Ukraine and what they're having to deal with. But on the other hand as well, you've got what the Russian people are dealing with. And when there's war, there's obviously two sides that are going to have unbelievable amounts of collateral damage. This just seems absolutely pointless. Now, I can tell you now in 2017, when I was on my way out of the armed forces, there was a UN-led or NATO-led commitment. My regiment was about to go to Estonia for 8 months training. But you see, NATO are just positioning these bases all along the border of Russia as a show of force, if you like. You know, what is going on? You're going to poke the bear. You're going to get bitten. It's as simple as that. This man, to me, it seems like doesn't want war. It seems like the deep state within America are set to lose billions if this war ends. Crackers, let's get on with it.
Global conflict. This is obvious. Do the United States need this? What for?
No.
Thousands of miles away from your national territory.
You could patrol your own borders.
Don't you have anything better to do?
That's what we should be doing.
You have issues on the border, issues with migration, issues with the national debt. More than $33 trillion. You have nothing better to do, so you should fight in Ukraine?
All these illegals come into the country.
Wouldn't it be better to
madness.
negotiate with Russia, make an agreement, already understanding the situation that is developing today,
people need to wake up
realizing
and smell the coffee.
that Russia will fight for its interests to the end? And realizing this, actually return to common sense, start respecting our country and its interests, and look for certain
solutions. Whether you like Trump or not.
It seems to me that this is much smarter and more rational.
Because this needs to stop.
Further on, President of Ukraine issued a decree prohibiting negotiations with us. Let him cancel that decree, and that's it. We have never refused negotiations, indeed. We hear all the time, is Russia ready? Yes, we have not refused. It was them who publicly refused. Well, let him cancel his decree
just a
and
puppet
enter into negotiations.
For the US government.
We have never
for
refused.
The UN.
And the fact that they obeyed the demand or persuasion of Mr. Johnson, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, seems ridiculous and very sad to me.
Boris Johnson.
Because, as Mr. Arakamiya put it, we could have stopped those hostilities with war a year and a half ago already.
Just for not even knowing how to put petrol in the car, should be in prison for that.
Where is Mr. Johnson now? And the war continues.
So I just want to make sure I'm not misunderstanding what you're saying. I don't think that I am. I think you're saying you want a negotiated settlement to what's happening in Ukraine.
Right. And we made it. We prepared a huge document in Istanbul that was initialed by the head of the Ukrainian delegation. He affixed his signature to some of the provisions, not to all of it. He put his signature and then he himself said, "We were ready to sign it and the war would have been over long ago, 18 months ago." However, Prime Minister Johnson came, talked us out of it, and we missed that chance.
This is just pointless.
Well, now let them think how to reverse the situation. We're not against it. It would be funny if it were not so sad. This endless mobilization in Ukraine, the hysteria, the domestic problems, sooner or later it will result in agreement. You know, this probably sounds strange given the current situation. But the relations between the two peoples will be rebuilt anyway.
Think of the UK's leadership.
It will
Think
take
of
a lot of
America's
time, but they
leadership
will
right
be.
now.
Do you think it's too
Look at this man.
humiliating at this
Just
point
look at him.
for NATO to accept Russian
Who would you-
control of what was 2 years ago
The
Ukrainian
West is
territory?
falling apart.
Up until now, there has been the uproar and screaming about inflicting a strategic defeat on Russia on the battlefield. Now they are apparently coming to realize that it is difficult to achieve, if possible at all. In my opinion, it is impossible by definition. It is never going to happen. It seems to me that now, those who are in power in the West have come to realize this as well. If so, if the realization has set in, they have to think what to do next. We are ready for this dialogue.
I just got to ask you one last question, and that's about someone who's very famous in the United States, probably not here, Evan Gershkovich, who's the Wall Street Journal reporter.
Мы столько сделали жестов доброй воли, что, мне кажется, мы исчерпали все линии.
We have done so many gestures of goodwill out of decency that I think we have run out of them.
Ни разу не ответил. Но
We have never seen anyone reciprocate to us in a similar manner.
что мы
However, in theory, we can say that we do not rule out that we can do that
исключаем того, что мы можем это
if our
сделать
partners
при
take reciprocal steps.
встречном движении со стороны наших.
I do not rule out that the person you refer to, Mr. Gershkovich, may return to his motherland. By the end of the day, it does not make any sense to keep him in prison in Russia. We want the U.S. Special Services to think about how they can contribute to achieving the goals our special services are pursuing. We are ready to talk. Moreover, the talks are underway. And there have been many successful examples of these talks crowned with success. Probably this is going to be crowned with success as well.
Только надо договариваться.
But we have to come to an agreement.
Madness, absolutely madness. Okay, I haven't watched the full interview yet. I just thought I'd watch this little bit of a clip just to get an idea of what this man's about. It's just crackers. They're talking about conscription. Send us to our death. Is this just a bid to control world population? We need another big world war, get rid of a few people. Like, what is going on? What is going on? It's 2024. You wealthy people at the top have got enough money. Leave us alone. Give us our life back. Let us move forward. Absolutely crackers. Absolutely crackers. Let us know in the comments what you think about this, guys. Let us know if you're from America and who you think's going to win the presidential race. Is Donald Trump going to get back into power? Who knows? Is that even the right thing? Let me know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed the video today, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm uploading a video every day, so make sure you click that bell notification so you don't miss out on my uploads each day. So until the next one, take it easy.